Ravi Chander, who is a film critic and senior advocate. I'm going to begin with you, Mr. Ravi Chander. How do you look at the outcome of this meeting?
Well, to begin with, you answered that question saying, what did you expect out of that meeting? Now, I was very, very sure that the Chief Minister believes in sticking to his guns, and I think it's not much to say that you have to follow the law, the rule of law will prevail, so and so and so and so. The one good thing that happened out of it is that they came out with two positive aspects. One is that they understand and realize that they were caught unawares. And that is why Mr. Suresh was talking about the need for reinforcing a system in place so that these kind of things do not happen. So this is an indirect way of saying they were all caught unawares. So this is an important aspect of the matter. The second aspect of the matter is, I think the government is clearly saying no greed over public interest. They're saying no huge rates, no huge premiershows, because as of now, we do not have the wherewithal of various kinds required to ensure that this happens calmly and without these kind of bizarre accidents. So these are two very, very important things. One, no carrot at the end of the stick, and two, understanding that they were all caught unawares, and the road ahead is not one of revenge, but one of ensuring that there are corrective measures taken to ensure that stampedes do not happen at gatherings.
Yes, but the larger question is that if there has to be a system in place, then who is responsible for putting that system in place? It's all very well for the Chief Minister to say that the actors should not step out and go in for film promotion, but they should take police permission. But isn't that what happens even now? That police permissions are sought before a promotion of this nature, a premiere of this nature, where the actor himself makes an appearance.
Two things. See, in this case, the initial story was that permission was sought from the police commissioner. Then yesterday, Uma was showing us that the permission was sought from the local police, and the local police had said no. Now, what has happened is that I, as an advocate, can tell you that every 5th day or 10th day, whenever there is some meeting happening, there is a tendency for the police to say no permission or sleep over the permission. Courts have repeatedly said this is not the way you run a democracy. You have to grant permissions. You will have to grant permissions with various limitations, conditions, etc., etc. So the statement that we will not grant you permission for meetings, stars can't stay, is a fascist approach to an interaction between an actor. An actor upfront has the freedom of expression, and meeting his fan following is a part of his profession, a part, what sells fast, what sells good. So I'm not on the same page with the Chief Minister on that, but I still give him the benefit of doubt. I think it's still early. It's baby steps, they will change. They will understand that the methodology has to come into place.
So but then, is the state and the Chief Minister himself, who's expected to maintain the law and order, then shirking his own responsibility? I want to ask that question to Syed Asad Abbas. The question is, it's all very well to make all that grandstanding, but the larger question here is that what is the responsibility of the state government and what is the responsibility of the Telangana police? It cannot be all about what is expected out of the actors and the film fraternity.
I'm glad, Mariaji, that you've asked this very important question to me. Yes, responsibility it is. Because I've always believed if there is great power, there is great responsibility and equal accountability. There needs to be responsibility and equal accountability. Firstly, let me bring to your notice the fact of the matter that I see this meeting as a step in the right direction. Hyderabad में कहावत है, बात करने से बात बनती है, बात नहीं करने से बात बिगड़ती है. I think this was sacrosanct. This meeting had to take place. Huge heartfelt thanks to Mr. Dil Raju for taking the initiative. Now, coming to Ravi Chander ji, I think I do not agree with you, sir, calling this fascist. Let us understand why did this happen. It is not about Allu Arjun, sir. It is about a 35-year-old woman who has lost her life. Her son is still battling for life. It's been over 3 weeks. So therefore, unfortunate incident happened And then this meeting took place. Now, coming to the points, what can be done from here? Mr. Revant Reddy Garu has assured the Telangana Film Development Corporation that there will be a committee which will be constituted under the Deputy CM, which will listen to their benefit shows and the ticket prices. Dil Raju ji himself has said these are petty issues, trivial issues, which can be dealt after the committee is able to be formed. Second important point, Revant Reddy Garuji did say that the Telugu films are indeed there to put the state onto the world map. He also spoke of the National Film Conclave to take place where they could invite the industry experts. Not just that, he also mentioned that from here to map
the man makes the scenario. The aspect of saying freedom over safety is fascist. That is what I said.
Okay, Sridhar Reddy.
Maria, we don't have any.
Mr. Ravichander, it looks like that there is temporary understanding, not really a truce, which has been worked out. If the actors don't step out for promotions, then how else will they do, promote their films? But, crowd control cannot be the responsibility of the actors either, or the filmmakers or the directors either. So where does it all head? My question is that it happens all over the world. This is not that only Allu Arjun stepped out to promote his film.
Two things. First is very clear. It is a no-brainer for me. Controlling crowds is police function. You may control it by saying we will have 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, 1,000, depending on the place, the venue, the size, the time, the event. Now, as the lady said, as Kasturi said, today you're saying you will not allow an actor to come. Tomorrow you will say a politician shall not come. Day after you will say an evangelist shall not come. Where do you draw the line?
Okay.
And what are parameters by which you are doing this? This is very dangerous. This is nothing to do with Allu Arjun so far as I'm concerned. For all I know, for all I care, you may prosecute Allu Arjun in accordance with the law. I have a problem there too. I want to ask this question. Allu Arjun is prosecuted. Why is the heroine of the film not prosecuted? How many people in the crowd do you know came to see Allu Arjun and not the heroine? We all love to see a heroine and she's got more glamour. So for all I know, I may have gone to see the heroine. Why have you not prosecuted her? On what basis have you not done? Every actor, there are 20 actors in that film. Everybody wants to go.
I'd like to answer that, please.
Ms. Ravichander, I get your point. I get your point, certainly, because the entire police investigation is under question here. And these meetings, if they do not really yield results, then the larger question is it just about the state displaying its power? Some kind of power trip the state may be on. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Sridhar Reddy and Asad Abbas. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching. And